Welcome. Psychology, the study of the mind and behavior, is full of fascinating insights that can help us navigate our daily lives. From improving our communication skills to boosting our productivity, there are countless psychological tricks that can make a significant impact. Here, we delve into a variety of simple yet effective psychological tricks that you can start using today. 1. The power of positive affirmations. Positive affirmations are short, powerful statements that you repeat to yourself to foster a positive mindset and build self-confidence. Research has shown that regularly practicing positive affirmations can help reduce stress, increase resilience, and improve overall well-being. How to use positive affirmations. Choose affirmations that resonate with you and align with your goals. Example: I am confident and capable, I am in control of my life. Repeat your affirmations daily, ideally in the morning or before important tasks. Believe in the words you're saying and visualize their impact on your life. 2. The Reciprocity Principle. The Reciprocity Principle is a social norm where we feel obliged to return favors or kindnesses that others have done for us. This principle can be a powerful tool in both personal and professional settings. How to use the Reciprocity Principle. Offer small favors or acts of kindness without expecting anything in return. Be genuine in your actions, people can sense insincerity. Use this principle to build rapport and trust in relationships. 3. The Zeigarnik Effect. The Zeigarnik Effect states that people remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than completed ones. This can be leveraged to improve productivity and maintain focus. How to use the Zeigarnik Effect. Break large tasks into smaller, manageable parts and start with a simple one. If you're feeling stuck, take a short break and then return to the task. Use this effect to keep important tasks top of mind by intentionally leaving them incomplete before a break. 4. The Pygmalion Effect. The Pygmalion Effect is the phenomenon where higher expectations lead to an increase in performance. This can be particularly effective in educational and professional settings. How to use the Pygmalion Effect. Set high, yet achievable expectations for yourself and others. Communicate your belief in the abilities of those around you. Provide positive reinforcement and constructive feedback to support growth. 5. The Placebo Effect. The placebo effect occurs when people experience a positive change after receiving a treatment that has no therapeutic effect. This demonstrates the power of belief and expectation in influencing outcomes. How to use the placebo effect. Harness the power of positive thinking to enhance your own health and well-being. Encourage others to adopt a positive mindset about their treatments and efforts. Use rituals or routines that make you feel good, even if they don't have a direct impact on the outcome. 6. The Social Proof Principle. Social proof is the tendency to look to others to determine how to behave in uncertain situations. This principle can be a powerful tool in influencing behavior and making decisions. How to use the Social Proof Principle. Highlight testimonials, reviews, and endorsements when presenting ideas or products. Use group settings to encourage participation and engagement. Lead by example, your actions can serve as a model for others. 7. The Foot in the Door Technique. The foot in the door technique involves making a small request before making a larger one. This method leverages the principle of consistency, where people are more likely to agree to a larger request if they have already agreed to a smaller one. How to use the foot in the door technique. Start with a small, easy to agree to request before making a bigger ask. Ensure the initial request is related to the larger goal. Build on the initial agreement to create a sense of commitment and consistency. 8. The Door in the Face Technique. The door in the face technique is the opposite of the foot in the door technique. It involves making a large, often unreasonable request that is likely to be rejected, followed by a smaller, more reasonable request. How to use the door in the face technique. Make a large request that you expect to be declined. Follow up with a smaller, more reasonable request that now seems more acceptable in comparison. Use this technique to negotiate or gain concessions. 9. The Ben Franklin Effect. The Ben Franklin effect suggests that people are more likely to do a favor for someone if they have already done one for them, as doing so reinforces their self-perception as helpful and generous. How to use the Ben Franklin effect. Ask for small favors or assistance to build rapport with others. Acknowledge and appreciate the help you receive to strengthen the relationship. Use this technique to create a cycle of goodwill and cooperation. 10. The Hawthorne Effect. The Hawthorne effect occurs when individuals modify their behavior in response to being observed or receiving attention. This principle can be used to improve performance and motivation. How to use the Hawthorne effect. Provide regular feedback and attention to team members or students. Create an environment where people feel noticed and valued. Use observation and attention to encourage positive behavior changes. 11. The Availability Heuristic. The availability heuristic is a mental shortcut where people rely on immediate examples that come to mind when evaluating a topic or decision. This can sometimes lead to biased or incorrect judgments. How to use the availability heuristic. Be aware of this bias and seek out additional information and perspectives. Provide clear, memorable examples to support your arguments or proposals. Use stories and anecdotes to make your points more relatable and memorable. 12. The Anchoring Effect. The anchoring effect is a cognitive bias where individuals rely too heavily on the first piece of information they receive, the anchor, when making decisions. How to use the anchoring effect. Present the most important information first to set the tone for discussions. Use high anchors in negotiations to create a favorable starting point. Be aware of anchors set by others and evaluate decisions independently. 13. The Sunk Cost Fallacy. The sunk cost fallacy occurs when people continue to invest in a losing proposition because of the time, money, or effort they have already invested, rather than cutting their losses. How to avoid the sunk cost fallacy. Evaluate decisions based on future benefits rather than past investments. Be willing to let go of unproductive endeavors, regardless of prior commitments. Focus on potential gains and opportunities moving forward. 14. The Halo Effect. The halo effect is a cognitive bias where the perception of one positive trait influences the perception of other traits. For example, someone who is physically attractive may also be perceived as more intelligent or competent. How to use the halo effect. Leverage positive attributes to create a favorable overall impression. Be aware of your biases and strive to evaluate people and situations objectively. Use the halo effect to build trust and credibility in professional and social settings. 15. The confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is the tendency to search for, interpret, and remember information in a way that confirms one's pre-existing beliefs or opinions. How to overcome confirmation bias. Seek out diverse perspectives and challenge your own assumptions. Engage in critical thinking and evaluate evidence objectively. Be open to changing your views based on new information. 16. The Pareto Principle. The Pareto Principle, also known as the 80-20th rule, suggests that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. This principle can help prioritize tasks and improve efficiency. How to use the Pareto Principle. Identify the most impactful tasks and focus your efforts on them. Eliminate or delegate less important activities that contribute little to your goals. Continuously reassess and adjust your priorities to maximize productivity. 17. The Fogg Behavior Model. The Fogg Behavior Model states that behavior is driven by three elements: motivation, ability, and prompts. For a behavior to occur, all three elements must be present simultaneously. How to use the Fogg Behavior Model. Increase motivation by connecting tasks to personal values and goals. Simplify tasks to make them more manageable and increase ability. Use effective prompts and reminders to trigger desired behaviors. 18. The IKEA Effect. The IKEA effect is a cognitive bias where people place a higher value on things they have partially created themselves. This principle can be used to increase engagement and satisfaction. How to use the IKEA effect. Involve people in the creation or customization of products and solutions. Encourage participation and ownership in projects and initiatives. Recognize and celebrate contributions to enhance motivation and commitment. 19. The peak end rule. The peak end rule suggests that people judge experiences based on the peak, most intense point, and the end, rather than the total sum of the experience. How to use the peak end rule. Focus on creating memorable, positive moments in experiences. Ensure that experiences end on a high note to leave a lasting impression. Use this principle to design impactful events, presentations, and interactions.